Okay. TOCR strats. Yeah. First jump, just do it. This is just a wrap. Jump from back here because it makes it a lot easier. It doesn't really matter which way you jump here. Just yeah, just jump there. I have to go down to the bottom and flick. You could just like shift jump if you want, or you could just not do that and do this, which I find, I don't know, I like to flick off a bit. Hit your head, bounce, turn, go down, one foot gap. Turn, climb, go up here, hold space, wrap, spin here, align like this, turn, go like right here, under, shift sideways. Okay. Flick, press S, hold space and D. Yeah. Now you could hold space here, but that happens. Just make sure you're like moving, and hold those keys. If you hold space, you're just make it so you can move like this, and then hold the keys. Sometimes it stops, but if you don't do this, and you're gonna get RNG. Like, yeah, that's just not consistent. It works sometimes, but like, yeah. So go down here. Just hit space and hold D, and then hit W at the very end. Go like about here, turn. Just do these jumps. It's not really, but yeah. Just turn outwards. Hit your head here. Go out, go down, jump up. Align like right here, then go backwards and jump. Airport 2. There's a skip here that I'm not good at. Yeah. The first jump of 2 is like really easy. I don't know why. So you can either flick around this, or if you don't like flicking like me, do this. Then yeah, you can go down to the bottom and do that, or you could do that. What I like to do is this. Turn a bit, because sometimes when you're doing this, you hit your head, or you just don't jump off. Like sometimes you just hit your head. So what I like to do is just like go kind of to the right a bit, go down like that. It's very consistent. So you have to lodge here, and then hold D near the end. What I like to do is align with the middle, turn, aim towards like the middle of these two studs. Ghost mode, turn, just jump, turn, and then just jump for it. It's a far jump. So yeah, just go as close to the edge as you can. Turn. Yeah, you have to climb it. Just face forwards in the end. So align with this second stud right here. Put your cursor in the middle, or just align with it, and then space, and then hold D. You could go shift, but I like to go first person. Like, I'm not good with shift, but if you want to shift, then you can. Yeah, you could do that, but I like to go first person. This jump is very inconsistent. I still don't really have a strat for it, but the best possible thing you could do here is just go like this, and yeah, this jump sucks. Yeah. Sometimes you just don't get height. Like, sometimes you just don't jump. Just don't go in the corner, and you should be fine. You just mainly want to align with like that. Like go somewhere like here, and then align like this, and then hold space and shift off. Probably the hardest jump too for me personally. It's very inconsistent. I don't like, it never works sometimes. So yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah. Um. Yeah. This is just the hardest. This is just very. I don't know the correct alignments, but if you know, then you can just do that jump on your own. Because my thing barely works. And, it works some of the time. Like, yeah, just don't go on the corner. Don't go on the corner. Just don't. Don't go on the corner. Okay, so this jump's really easy. This jump used to be like horrific, and it kind of still is, but it's easier now. Like, you used to be able to corner flip, but if you did this legit, like, you have to like stand here and then like do this dumbass wrap. Like it would like this half step was not here, but now it's here. So you can line further out. It's cool, and it's still a hard jump. So line like go as far out as you can. Turn, and then just jump. You kind of want to. Let me do it again. It is a hard jump. It is mostly muscle memory, but once you get it down, it really works. Like you have to fit through like this crevice. If you go, you can't like, you cannot fit through here. Like you can't. So you have to fit through like there. Yeah. Just angle it correctly, and know when to turn in. Like turn in here. All right. This jump, it looks easy, but you can fail it. It is failable. I like to hold W and D on this truss until I get into this position where I'm holding W and D, but I'm not moving. So when you do that, tap W a couple times, and then just go down, and then space W and D, and then flick, and do it again. This is a really easy way to speedrun this truss. Yeah, and then flick, because you'll get stuck like you'll get stuck like this. Yeah, you have to flick to get down. Just be wary. This, go as far left as you can. Turn so that your arm is like it touches this in shift lock, touches the edge, like this part of your arm, it touches the edge. Do that, boom. Then what I like to do is just climb down this holding D. Just hold D, press space, and you don't need to worry about that. What I like to do for this, back up twice. So hit S twice, S. And I like to turn, angle yourself towards the gap, turn, and then you're done with floor 2. Now floor 3. This is the easiest for the tower in my opinion. It's still hard, but it is the easiest for the tower in my opinion. So I like to go here, back up a bit, angle yourself, turn in quickly, like that. Go to this edge, hold D, and just jump. And yeah, just hold D and jump. You could do it another way, but this is how I do it. I like to do it forwards. It works best for me. That's all I can say. So yeah, could like align like this, but all you need to do is jump sideways in the gap. So this is the Hearthstone 3 in my opinion. Like you could go in here and shift outwards, which I like to do. That's what I do. But you could also just do it normally, which is a lot harder in my opinion, but it still works. But it's just a lot harder. You like just go in like this, fully in, avoid these walls, and like tilt a bit, shift out, and just curve in and land on there. Now it does stick out by a bit. Like, see how like it sticks out like by like 0.07 or something. I don't know. So keep that in mind when you're doing that. So for this, turn, hold S so you can go as far back as possible. Jump, turn, and land on the ladder. For this, it kind of pushes you out a bit. So what you want to do is just hold space until you're moving backwards, and once you drop, stop holding space like that, or else you're gonna get flung out. So you can move freely up and down. So go, to the bottom half of this. But don't go too far down, or you can't flick off. Go so that your cursor is facing like the middle of this stud, like that. Then shift jump off. Now you could flick it. I find shift jumping more consistent, but you could flick it. Like I do. What I like to do for this jump, this jump. Zoom in, go as far back, and then just hold A. Align in the middle of the stud. Turn. Hold D. It's a far jump. You could get flat-sided on this jump, but normally it works. But to prevent yourself from getting flat-sided, just climb like this. Shift. Boom. So like this part, just align with this, face backwards, turn until you can't no more, know your boundaries again. Like just don't turn too much or that's gonna happen. So do this. Now don't go on the edge of this, and then turn. Go like right here. Turn. And then hold D. Boom. And you can, So for this, go down a bit, flick. And what I like to do is sometimes you don't make it. So in that scenario, let's say I just don't make it, right? Like, always go back. Like that. And eventually you'll get it. Like, go back. Once you flick, go back. You can't go back if you climb on the truss, so that's why it's good. So this part, landing on this is a bit awkward, but just land on it. Jump from the tip here, land on it, slide, align. Just go to like go as far right as possible, and then angle like this. Turn like angle so you go straight through here. So like that. Go down a bit, hold D and zoom in like that, and turn so that you don't get caught on this turn. Because if you hit this wall, you're gonna fall. So you can't hit that wall. So yeah. This just like this, jump, pretty easy jump. Climb this by just climbing it. I don't know, climb the one side. Zoom like this, jump. Now this jump is harder than it looks because this thing you can hit your head. So go out, angle yourself outwards. And don't angle yourself out too much, like that. Like just if you go out too much, you're gonna miss. If you go out too in, then you're gonna do that. So sometimes you can just not hit your head on this. Yeah. Just go out a little. So floor 4. This is the hardest floor. There's no questions. This is the hardest floor of the tower. I had like 30 fails on this floor, close to 40 before I got to 6. So that's something for the first time. This first trap, it's kind of blind. It's a blind jump, but it's really easy. So yeah. Turn, jump, zoom. Wiggle. For this, just climb in the middle and turn so slightly. Just turn slightly, so that you're angled with this. And then hold A and press W near the end. A and then W near the end. W when you land. Yeah, W when you land. So I'm gonna do it again. W when you land. Yeah. Okay. Jump. This is easy. I never failed it. Just don't fail this. Just don't. This. Now you can either do this, which I really don't recommend, or you could do this, which I also really don't recommend. But jumping onto it is more consistent for me, so that's what I do. You could do this, but I just don't. I don't know. It's awkward for me. I like to jump onto it instead. Go on the very corner. Go as high up as you can. Flick. Aim towards this. That jump is pretty precise. If you're not if you're not at the tip like this, if you're not high up enough, you're not gonna make it. So, alright, for this, you could jump from back here, which is fine, but sometimes you don't get enough distance, which, yeah. So I like to jump from here. You can really pick either one, it doesn't matter. So this is a really far jump. It's mostly just based on how you press your spacebar. If you press it too late, you're gonna make it. Well, no, if you press it too late, you're gonna walk off. But you have to press it late enough so that you make it. So, align, go as far out as you can, turn, so that you can pass the wall, and then jump. It's really far. It's really far. I don't think it's the worst from before though. I think there's worse. So do this route. It's pretty easy. This is a really bad jump as well. You need to lodge, or else you just can't. Never mind. Can make it, but don't do that. You have. Never mind. No way you can do this. If you hit the wall, you're not gonna make it. So, what like everyone does is they just lodge, which is more consistent. Like, okay, you can do this jump two ways. You have two ways to just jump. Just do it normally, like this, or you could lodge it, like that. Just try them out, and whichever one works, do it, because it's the most consistent for you. So, back up with this wall, turn. No. Just turn and that's just not a hard jump. Just align, okay? Just align and jump late. These jumps are pretty far. Like this is pretty far. It's not that hard, but yeah, it's kind of far actually. Just don't fail. This is also pretty far, but it's not that hard. This isn't far at all. This isn't far at all. Get into the one-ton gap. Go all the way in. Go out like this. Angle yourself. Then hold D. Just hold D. This jump is really far. Go as far out as you can. Angle yourself. Jump. Most of these jumps on 4-4 are they're long jumps. They're very long. They're very spaced apart, and they're very hard to mess. They're very easy to mess up. So yeah, this angle yourself. Angling is the most important for this jump. Make sure you can turn as soon as you pass this stud. That was a bad example, but because you can get flat-sided by swedge, which is not a good idea. But it's inevitable, really. Avoid the pole, most importantly. Avoid the pole. Yeah, I hit the pole. Don't hit the pole. Like, go here. Damn, I suck. This jump is pretty difficult. Yeah, just constantly hold D. Whatever you do, just hold D. Even if you set this up differently, hold D. This jump is also pretty bad. This floor just has so many bad jumps. Okay. Align with the middle, turn, jump. That's pretty far. This is also pretty, not that. This is also pretty far. Just jump, turn, I mean, it's just up wrap. I mean, it's pretty far. Yeah, just do this sideways. There's no need to really come out a flat side, because it's kind of inevitable. Just align with this lodge. Don't walk off. Then lodge. This jump is easy. This jump is hard. What I like to do is go like this, and then turn, and then shift. That's not always consistent, so you can just do it normally. I do it both ways. I don't know. I just do whatever I feel like doing at that point. Align with the middle here. Turn, and go towards the corner, and then just hold A, and shift near the end. Jump up this. Easy jumps, easy jumps. This is the hardest jump of 4-4, in my opinion. Cause it's far. It's really far. So go out as far as you can. Tilt. Press W a couple times. Tilt again. Press W once, and then jump. Again. curving is the most important. Like turning is the most important factor. If you don't turn early enough, you're not gonna make it. And if you don't jump late enough, you're not gonna make it. Also, what the hell? Okay. Just I can't stress it enough. Just practice this jump. It's really far. It's just really far. It's just a really far jump. I mean, so what I like to do is for this, like a line like this, and then back up a couple times, angle myself, and then hold D, and then press W when I'm like here. Press W, and then jump it down. This jump, don't underestimate it. You might be excited to get to 6 or something, and you might rush it and like not do that, but you might just like barely make it or like fail it. If you go in too early, you're gonna that's gonna happen. So go out enough and then loop back in. You want to kind of I don't know, like jump through here, like that. Yeah, and then you're at 6. Yay, 4, 5. I'm gonna VM across the bridge because I feel like it. Good luck. Okay, I don't care. So there's the second half. In general, yes, it's harder, but I think 4 still has the hardest jumps in the entire tower. But like in general, this is just harder. In general, but 4 has the hardest jumps in the tower. It's just a spike. Yeah, for this, climb this, wrap, just hold W here, W and A, flick, go down, jump, go to this very corner, go down, shift flick off, the bottom, and do this, go up, climb this, do this, go up here, climb, go as far left as you can, turn slightly, go in ghost mode, and do not do that. Go in ghost mode, and then just hope you make it. I don't know. Okay. Hold W. Hold D at first, and then hold W. Yeah. For this, go up until your feet are like right here, and flick. Now you could. Now what I like to do is go in ghost mode, shift, do that. I don't know how you flick this. I guess you could do that. I don't know. Don't do it like this though. Don't do it like this because you can't really see, and it just blocks your vision. Go in ghost mode if you're gonna shift flick off, which I highly recommend. So you could do this, but that's not really consistent because you have to fit through that gap, which requires you to angle differently, which is a problem if you're going forwards. Or you could do, it's just don't do that. Don't do that. So do it backwards like that. Yeah. So like literally everyone struggles on this jump for no reason. Just go as far right as you can. Then hold W with D at first, and then just hold D, and then curve around it with D, only D. But hold W and D first. Like hold W and D when you flick off. Go as far right, W and D, only D. And I like to do it in first person. Sometimes you fail it, I don't know. But it's consistent most of the time. Do not do this. Do not shift flick off. That is a bad idea. Don't do that. Do it in first person. Flick, hold D. I mean, it's just a muscle memory mostly, but yeah, okay. For this, just jump out of it or else you're gonna get caught. Just jump out. This is my least favorite jump to 6 because you have to squeeze through this tight gap, which can be finicky at times. Just hold D. Just hold D. That's all I can recommend. So yeah, just back up like this, hold D. It sometimes just doesn't work, and that's unfortunate, but it works most of the time. This is just far. There's not really a shot for this. Just jump. Same with this. It's just far mostly. All you gotta do here is hold W and A until you make it. Fall back here and just hold W and A until you make it. Like that. You get infinite tries if you just land here, which is cool. So yeah, for this, go here, go as far out, turn, jump out, climb on this. Same thing here, but climb on this. Climb on this thing. Same with this. Then okay. Then just go side. Don't go forwards. Forwards. Go forwards. Forwards, sideways, to fit in the 1 second gap. Readjust yourself. Jump up here, flick off. Wrap around here. Don't go too close, like this. That's not gonna work. Back up, and then wrap. This, just hold W until you're in a position where you can do this. And then 4 to 6 becomes really consistent. That's really it. Don't do it on this side, you could fall off. Just do it on this side. Hold space here until you fit through. Turn yourself, so just climb up the edge of this. Turn, and do this. Hold space here, flick, go down. Get like right here. Go on the bottom, turn, angle yourself as much as possible. Space, W, and A. Space, W, and A. It's mostly about positioning, but space, W, A. But climb up, like climb up when you press space, like this. Climb up before you press space. Yeah, for this, just yeah. This jump is really inconsistent. Literally just jump at it. Sometimes you'll miss, but it's netted, so for this, just tap space a couple times, and you'll eventually be let up. Don't tap space, actually. Just oh my god, this okay. Just hold space for a little until it brings you up, like that. Okay. This I don't like to do it. I like to do it like this. Angle yourself so you can fit through the gap. Land. That was a bad example. And okay, if you land like that, you're lucky. But if you don't, just tap W until you're as far right as possible. Go down, shift sideways. Hold W and D, and you cannot fall off here. Just flick. Hold W and D, and just flick, and you foolproof. Do not fall off. This jump, oh my god, okay. I'm gonna be honest, this jump is just never gets consistent for me. I like to go down, shift, and do that. This is just a skill-based jump, okay? You just have to fit in at the right time, like that. You just have to stall midair until you think it's the right time to hit W, like that. If you don't, then you're gonna fall down here. If you do, go over here, and then do that jump. Yeah. If you land this, then congrats. You did the hardest part 7, in my opinion. Go on the very corner, like right here. No, go a bit out more, like here. Go down a bit. Go like position yourself so that your feet are like here. Okay. Turn a bit, and then yeah. You could do the same thing, like the first truss of 2, where you just jump off. You could do that, or you could just shift flick off, like that. Both work. Whatever you want to do, just align like where I did. Okay. This is the most learny jump in like the entire tower, but okay. You need to position really well for this. Don't go far. Okay, you have to jump like here. This is the perfect spot. And then angle yourself like this. Like your torso should just be slightly above the truss. And then what you want to do is flick. Let me do it again. Like that. Flick. And then you could shift jump, but I find it less consistent. And I mean, anything works. I'm bad at ship jumping. So you can either flick this like that, or you could do this, which is a lot more consistent. So once you land here, just try to get in. And then don't do that. Just hold space until you go around it, like that, and then you could do that. So go down a bit here. Use this wall. Hit yourself against the wall. Back in, like that. All you need to do is hit space and hold D. That's all you need to do. And angle yourself. I mean, curve. So for this, just climb. Go over here. You could jump from down here, which can avoid the risk of you hitting this wedge, but I just like to do this and just flick inwards. Yeah. So now this jump, just hold space and until you're like that, and then this thing is really bad. This thing is really bad. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, for this, just hold space until you jump off. Then for this, you just want to go up, and while you're going up, jump off. Don't jump off. No, not jump off, but like turn your camera and hold A. Hold A. Like that. And you'll get a little boost from like the thing. Or there's a mini skip here. You do by flicking. Make sure you're like this. Boom. If you're like this on the truss, you can, well, you can, but it's less consistent. Make sure you're very close to the truss. Make sure your camera's like inside the truss like this. Then go up. Same thing as like that jump back there. Just, I like to shift like off here. Like this. It's literally just this jump, but like different. So yeah. You should flick off, or you could flick off, which is not much better. It still works, but it's more confusing. Okay, second hardest for the tower, right here. Yeah, this is easier than 4, definitely. Okay. Once to the gap, go in, go out, angle yourself. Do not hit this break. Avoid it at all costs. Jump out of this. Angle yourself, like right here. Go down. If you're too far out, like this, you won't. Just make sure that you're close to the truss, like this, and then align like, and then flick. Now you don't have to flick. I like flicking. You could actually just like not. You could just shift jump off. I don't like that, but you could do it. I like to flick personally. Align, flick. Angle yourself. Go like this, and then jump on it. I like to hold space around this truss. You don't have to, but that's what I like to do. And then until you like this. If you are stuck like this, then okay, hold on. I'm gonna redo this. So don't hold space around this part. Tap until you get pushed over by the physics. When you're about here, flick. Flick this. And if it won't let you up, flick a bit more. Go up. Your head. Put it on top of the arrow, like this. Align it with the arrow. Use the arrow to your advantage. Turn a bit. I like to do this in ghost mode, and then jump. I didn't turn it off. Oops. Flick, go up. Sometimes you just go up. You could just go up, and then align with the arrow, and then yeah. Hold on. Actually, scratch what I just said. Do the same thing, but instead don't flick. Like, flick here, but don't flick here. Keep holding W. keep tapping forward. You'll eventually go up, and then go up to the arrow. I like to go ghost mode. Angle yourself like this. Jump off. Hold A, and then press W when you're on the truss to land on the truss. Yeah. Ignore like what I did previously. Do what I just did now. Okay. This jump, you can either flick like this. You ultimately want to climb this, and then do a little maneuver up there. Or you could do what I used to do, which is go down, turn, and then jump off, like on floor 2. What I like to do, and this would be consistent, but sometimes it just doesn't. Just don't do that. Okay, either slick like this or shift jump. Ultimately, you want to climb this, and if you do the strat that if you do this, you could get enough height to just not climb this. Like you might just land like this, but don't do that. Just shift flick or flick. Just do one or the other. Yeah. So you could go drop around, like maneuver over here to make your job easier, or you could just what the hell, or you could just do this and shift flick up. It doesn't really matter what you do, whatever works. So go back, angle yourself, climb the truss, go out here, turn. I like to use ghost mode here, and ghost mode, shift flick off like this, spacebar until you're like this, go down until you're like here, turn a bit, shift flick off. You want to be in the middle for this, so if you hold space, it should just propel you to the middle like this. Align like about here, go up a bit, make sure your feet are like here, somewhere around here, like you're halfway up the second truss. You're halfway up it right now. Turn, then shift flick off. Land on the slider. You can either flick this like that, or you could like do this, whatever works. I like to do shift flick. I like to align here, flick off, alternatively. You could shift flick. I like to flick that one though. So make sure your cursor is in the middle of this black square. Try your best to get it in the middle. Once it's in the middle, like kind of, go down a bit, then shift W and just hold forward like that. Just hold forward. Let's do it again. Put your cursor in like the middle of the black square. Go down a bit. Hold forward. Shift and hold forward. You could also do first person. Go like right here. Align with this. Make sure you're turning. So you're like this. Fit in the ones of the gap. Do this. Jump to the ladder. You could do that, or you could just do this. Flick or shift jump. Whatever you want to do. No, I don't like shift jumping. You could, but I don't like it. This got changed recently. Just quarter flip and pray that you go down. It's pretty, I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty rough, honestly. Why do they have to have this? This is like not good. Okay, finally you'll make it down here, in which you're almost to 4-9. Land on this, flick, land here. Now you could just like do this, but I like to go like here. Keep pressing W until you're climbing like this, until you're like this, in which you flick off. I'll do that again. Keep pressing W until you're like this. while you're like bobbing up and down. You can't do it when you're like this. You can't. You have to be bobbing up and down. But yeah, bobbing up and down, flick off. Or you could just alternatively, like I did earlier, just do this. But I don't like that. That's really finicky. Oh, I mean, you could also just jump off like this. That also works, but do whatever is comfortable for you. This is probably one of the worst jumps of 8 in my opinion. Just hold W and A here, and then let go, and press D, and then turn really fast. D, turn really fast. Hold D, and then turn really fast. Like this, go down on the slope again. Angle yourself, and then hold D. No, press tap D until you're slowly going down. In which you'll just jump and hold D so you don't get flat-sided. For this, you could just jump sideways. Sometimes you'll get flat-sided. So if you don't want a flat side, then go like this. Boom. I mean, you're still gonna get a little bit of flat side, but it's better. Could also alternatively just like do that. Or what I like to do, just go backwards here, jump, and it prevents flat sides. Mostly, just find wherever works for you. But what I do, I'm just showing you what I do. I mean, that's the point of this video after all. I just like to go backwards like that. Alright, for this, just keep holding W until you're going out, then press D, and then loop back in with A. D, A. Don't jump from here. Jump from here, so you don't get flat-sided. Simple wraps. 949, one of the easiest floors in my opinion. It's mostly netted actually, so just do a little wiggle here. If you fall, land back down here. This jump. Wait until you're like this. Turn, jump. This. Hold D, so that if you fail this, for example, like this, not like that, like this. Hold D so you can land here. Just make sure you land here, or else you're gonna fall here, and you have to redo all of it again, which is not fun. But alternatively, to set up this jump, just go like this, turn quick, land on this. For this, I like to flick, so I can angle myself outwards, and then angle back in. Just go to the edge of this, angle, jump. Same thing here, but this is a farther jump, so just jump. Now this is unsafe. You can't save yourself here. So I like to wrap from here. Whatever works. I mean, you could wrap from this way as well. Whatever works. Align yourself with this corridor. Jump. Land here. What I like to do here is just hold D and then press W. I just like to turn completely like that. That's because you can't go into it like this. It's really hard to go into it like this. So you want to go into it sideways and then forward. Sideways then forwards. Like that. Like that. Now make sure you're jumping here. Then lodge there, so you can grab the truss. Ledge grab here. Go down once by pressing S, then hold W and space, and then grab that. And then we have the hard jump of 9 right here. It is netted, so that's cool. It's just a shift flick, or you could flick like that. I mean, either work really. I like shift flicking is way more consistent. It's less awkward. Land like this. Again, like you could shift flick. I mean, you could just flick that, but shift flicking is more consistent. Remember, hold S. You have to hit spacebar here to maneuver. Go down here, flick up. Go as far left as you can. Then hit space and then space D and then W. Okay, don't angle. Don't like look up like that. Just look down. Wait, before you jump, go down a bit. Yeah, go down a bit. So, go as far like this. Go down a bit. Like that. Just hold D and then press W when you're in confrontation with the truss. Yeah. This part is scary because it's like over, like the end of 8, but you know, whatever. Just don't fail this rap, please. I proceed to do. Just don't fail it. It's real easy. Jump like this. Jump forwards. Go like this. Hold space and D until you can't no more. Until like you start getting pushed out of it. Then until you do that, and then oh my god. Then flick in a bit, and then I'm gonna redo this. Okay. Just hold space for like 1 second, like that. Then turn, and I like to climb. Whatever works. Just hold space for like a second. 1. Go down, turn. Whatever works for you. I like to climb personally. 410, yay. This is more of the one of the learning floors. I mean, it's, you know, it's just as hard as anything else. It's a fairly average floor. So, the first jump is already hard enough. You need to climb onto this. I like going in first person. Land on the stud. Just climb it. Go like this. Don't turn. Do not turn. Just lay flat like this, and then shift, and then hold D. Boom. This is really confusing because you can go up higher than you think you can. Okay, you can go up higher than you think you can. So let's restart this. You can just reminder that you can go up higher than you think you can. So what I like to do is just go in like this position, and then go up so my head touches like this bar right here, like it right here. My head's like this. First person, space and W. I do not like using shift here. I like first person. Shift just does not work for me. It just does not work the same. First person is just goated for this jump. I mean, shift works, but it's way less consistent for me. You should just use first person. It's way more consistent. Yeah, for this, just head hit. Go up here. Go down. It's like the one on 8, but like farther, kind of. Should flick. Again, you could also shift jump. I like to flick personally. Oh, ignore this and ignore this. Just jump straight to here and climb it. Just jump straight to here. You can hold W here, by the way. You can hold W. Just do ignore those. So do not do that. Go out like this, then go down. Just jump onto this. Hold space and until you're like nearing the edge. Then tap W. When you're on the corner like this, flick. And then once you flick, press space, jump up, and then hold W. Tap W. Tap W like you did on that one truss on 8. Like this one right here, like that one. Let me show you. Like this truss to there, from there to there. It's like the same ordeal. Then go up, align with the arrow again. I like to go in ghost mode. Jump. Actually, you could go. Your head can go a little higher than the arrow. A little higher than the arrow. Then spacebar W. Climb onto this. Once you do this, tilt this way. Hold W and D until you get to the end, and then stop. Turn this way. Shift and D, and then do the same thing. Tilt a bit. Go down. Flick off the bottom here. climb this. Shift flick off this. Hold on. Shift flick off that. You could also flick, but I don't know. Whatever works. Go down here. Jump. This is the hardest jump of 10, by the way. It's not strap based or anything. It's just aligning and jumping late. You just gotta align and jump late. So I like to go like here, flick, and just turn, angle yourself so that you'll go past this wall, and hopefully land this jump. And that's what you just gotta hope. You gotta jump late. Now I did not make it that time, but you will make it eventually, like that. Just align and jump late. That's all there is to it. Do it again. I like to flick off this wall, align, jump late. Just hold A and then W when you're in contact with it. Just a simple flick here. Go to the very edge, flick off. This is a bit of a squeeze, by the way, so just stay against the wall. Back up here, jump onto this truss, and shift flick off. This is really, make sure that you land that. That's pretty far actually. So, you can final like 5 jumps. Oh man. Yeah, that just pushes you up. If you fall this, you're gonna fail back to 6. There's nothing you can do about it. So just go as far right as possible. Angle yourself. D. I mean, it's. Oh no, that insta kills you. Okay, just don't go up. Don't jump up here. I think it insta kills you like this. Yeah. So go as far. Angle D. Just hold D there. This is a lot harder actually, but it's based on your turning. This is all turning based, so angle yourself like this and turn. I didn't make it that time. Okay, just turn through those like zigzags and then glide down to this platform. And now this is harder. This is easier than it looks. Okay, just all you have to do here is hold D and turn. I didn't make it that time because I suck. Hold D and turn. Don't get stressed or anything. That's all you gotta do. Just angle this past the wall. You can fail that, by the way, so you haven't won yet. So final jump. I was incredibly nervous here because I flew like most of 10, which is pretty crazy for me. I like to align with the middle, go down, turn towards this stud right here. W space to climb. If you do this another way, you go down, space, W and A. Like whatever works for you. Just make sure it is consistent. If it is not consistent, don't use it. Because you need to do this jump every single time. You cannot fail it once. If you fail it, then you die. You just die. And you die. Really unfortunate. You just practice this jump. It is failable, and if you don't practice it, that will happen. Now, I didn't do that. Wasn't my strat. I completely just rushed that, but I'll do it again to prove it that my strat works. But you can really use any strat that you want. So. Ooh, it's really annoying to VM this tower. This is 4-5. I do not have the lighting. Again, up here. Oh yeah, there's an anti-cheese somewhere. Completely forgot. Yeah, you can tell. There's an anti-cheese, but if you do every jump legitimately, then it should be fine. My strat works, guys. My strat works. And you win. It's really cool, actually. I don't know if you can fail this, by the way. Nope, you get teleported. Just do not. RIP. Tower.